can't remember. Did you introduce Martin yet?
Yeah.
All right, he's the best part. Jesus is the best part. But next to Jesus, there's Martin. Martin's my husband. Are you here? He's somewhere? Again, the bright light. Okay, look towards the light. That's Martin. Yeah. He's awesome. And we've been married for almost 7 years now. And it's been yeah, you can clap for that too. God bless him, But we've been married for 7 years, and I can't tell you that, I can tell you it's been the best 7 years of my life. I can't tell you that it's been all easy, but it's been a blessing. It truly has. And I want to share a song with you called Blessings, and I want to give you a little bit of the backstory on it. About, I'd say maybe a year and a half, and those of you who heard our show called Breaking something. What was it?
Breakaway.
Breaking away. Break away. Break it away. Got it. You heard the brokenness show about the broken things. So, I'm sorry I'm so goofy tonight. Must have been something in that chicken. I don't know. So, what was I saying? Oh, Martin. So we've been married for 7 years. About a year and a half into our marriage, Martin just was having some funny symptoms, and he was a little bit forgetful and a little bit tired. And so we took him to the doctor, and I remember explaining to the doctor this situation. This is kind of funny. And saying, well, doctor, here's the problem. He'll sit in front of the TV and be watching football and fall asleep, and I'll ask him to unload the dishwasher and he'll forget to do it. And the doctor was like, oh, so you married a man. That's pretty much, no, I'm just kidding. But that really is what the doctor said. The doctor would give us a card for a marriage counselor. And this happened probably 2 or 3 times, and we just thought we were losing our minds with all this for a while. It ended up, Martin was diagnosed with a brain tumor, probably it was a little less than 2 years into our marriage. And it was good to finally figure out what was wrong, but it was just the beginning of a very long road. A long road of unexpected stuff. And he went through surgery after surgery, and at first we didn't know whether he would live or not, and then the Lord brought a tremendous amount of healing to his body, and he was able to walk again and come off the breathing, all those kind of things. Yeah. So we're so thankful for all of that, and I tell you that to say, in the midst of our immense thankfulness, we still have been left with some areas in which Martin has not seen that healing, and he still has a vision deficit and a memory deficit, and we continue to pray for healing, and it's a very good thing to, we believe that God can do it in his time, and we believe that God can do it if he wills it, and that's a hard place to be, because I believe that God is 100% powerful. He can do anything. He can move mountains. And I believe that he's 100% loving. And in my mind, when you put those two things together, it should equal perfect and total healing for my husband. But for some reason, it hasn't been the case. And I just share it with you honestly to say, we have a whole lot more questions than we do answers. And we've lived the past 5 years, trying to learn how to cope with his disability. And on my bad days, I look at it and say, oh God, why did you curse us with this? Why didn't you answer our prayers the way we wanted you to? But what the Lord is teaching me is that sometimes, this is yuck, you don't want to hear this, sometimes he gives us what we need rather than what we want. And sometimes he lets us stay broken in ways that we might not feel comfortable with, ways that we might not expect, because it's like that shattered, like that broken vessel that His light can beam through. And if you've ever met Martin, you need to meet him before you leave. He is such a joy. And the way that God radiates His light through Martin, through his disability, sometimes it's almost like the perfect picture of faith. So I want to play a song about our journey and all that, and it's kind of a new song, so I might mess it up. Or I might start crying. So just to go ahead and tell you, this is a song called Blessings.